So you are new to trading. You don't know where to analyze the markets. You don't know where to make your judgment on if price is moving up and down. And even if you do know where to analyze the market, aka TradingView, you still need a little bit of help of accessing all these tools, all these buttons, and what they actually mean. Well, you're in luck, my friend. I did this whole video for you, showing you how to operate TradingView, the walkthrough, the process, and so forth. Before you get into the video, like always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those things are necessary because it helps boost me out to more individuals like yourself who are looking to get a little bit more help with operating TradingView. So enough talking. You didn't come to hear me talk. You came to learn how to operate TradingView. Let's get into the video. All right, so TradingView. TradingView is what you're going to use to analyze the market. So as soon as you bring it up, this is what it looks like. You can see it's like think about this as Twitter, right? You have somebody just made a post, SPX just made a post talking about data, right? And this data could be a video, a picture, but it's just showing you the post that they made. Same thing with the crypto market, US dollar, US 10-year yield. You have the followers, crude oil, natural gas, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So this is like a feed, like a community feed. This is what it looks like, just the main page of TradingView. But to actually get to the charts where you would be then analyzing the market and doing all the extra, you will simply go right here, or if you don't want to type this in, you go right here to products, go to super charts, and you click it. And then once you click it, it brings you here where it just pops up the charts where you would analyze and look to predict the market. So in TradingView, the only thing we're using TradingView for is to analyze the markets, to see certain patterns, certain confluences telling us when the market is going up and when the market is going down. That's it. We don't execute on TradingView. We simply use TradingView to see which way the market is going and when will be a good time to execute, but we don't execute on here. If we look towards the right, you see where it separates your indices, it separates your stocks, separates your futures, some forex pairs, and also crypto. So this gives you that ability to, analyze the indice market, analyze stocks, analyze futures, analyze forex, and analyze crypto. You analyze any given thing on TradingView. So that's really what 99.9% of traders use is TradingView to analyze the market. Which way is the market heading, right? That is what TradingView is for. And say if you want to search for a pair, I'm going to talk about forex pairs since that's what I trade. You would simply just click in an empty area and then you would type in, let's say, USD GBP. And then you can obviously see it brings up USD GBP right here. You would just click between the two. Say you want to look at USD JPY. Same thing. You see where it just pops it up and then you would just click between the two. And same thing, you just type in whatever you want to type in. You can type in your stocks, your futures, crypto pairs, indice pairs. This is your symbol search. And then as well, it would be right here in the top left where you see this apple, right? You would just type in whatever pair or whatever stock, crypto, whatever you want to search up and analyze. Just type it in, click it. For instance, USD JPY, you click it, it brings you right there, right? And I know y'all are looking at these over here. Over here, it doesn't matter what you click. These are just the different platforms, I guess. To be honest, it doesn't matter. You just click whatever you want to click. If you wanted to click Oanda, you could have clicked Oanda. But I like I like Forex.com. It's just what I've been using, so I'm just going to stay on Forex.com. So yeah, you have that symbol search being right here in the top left. You type in, you will be able to pull up whatever you need to pull up pairwise. Next to that, you have your chart. Well, we don't use this, so I couldn't really tell you. I've never used that. It's just don't change it from charts. That's really it. Right here, you have this plus symbol, compare or add symbol. Here's where you add your symbols, right? So you, again, SPX, you have NQ. If I wanted to do USD, Great Britain Pound, you will see right here, I will then click this bookmark right here, and it will add it over here towards my list. But that's like a subscription feature. You will have to do more research on the subscription on what they provide, and that's what allows you to add different symbols to then create your own little watch list. Next to that, you have your time frames. You can obviously see it goes from months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds, and ticks. Only thing this is say we're on the daily time frame. All these candles that we see, every single candlestick represents an entire day. And if I wanted to go towards the 4 hour, every single candlestick represents 4 hours. Same thing if I went to the 1 hour, all these represent 1 hour, meaning that this candlestick that's open represents 1 hour. This previous one represents 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Every candlestick represents an hour. Either goes all the way down towards 1 second, but we won't ever trade on a 1 second time frame, so really it does not matter. Next, you have your candlesticks. These are like different formats in the market. You can look at it as a line chart. It's the same exact thing. Like, we're still able to see the market. We're just seeing the market in a different format. You have your line chart. You have like columns. You have your higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. For example purposes, right? When we're looking at these different formats, it's like, I'm trying to think. Okay, it's like for our languages, right? We have all 50 different languages. So many different languages in this world. But if I'm telling you hello, but somebody, speaks Spanish, it will have that translation, hola. If somebody speaks French, I don't know what that is. If somebody speaks, Arabic, it will have that translation. It's just formats are different translations in the market, right? And that's all this is. These are different translations on how we can see the market. But in reality, hold on, y'all. I'm about to refresh this so this can pop off. I might have to refresh a lot because it's going to pop up because I signed out of my account so y'all can get the, actual feel of what the market is going to look like. But like I was saying, these are just your different formats so you can be able to look at the market. The market is still doing the same thing. This is just a different look or a different language on how it will make more sense to certain people. But in reality, you only want to stay on the candlesticks. So you just go right here, add to favorites, and then boom, you're back to the candlesticks. This is the only thing you will ever trade. It's the only thing I trade when I'm analyzing the market. So I don't recommend anything else. Next, you have your indicators. Your indicators is like a dictionary. It's so many different indicator strategies, profiles, patterns. Typically, we don't in real life use the dictionary for a lot of things as we should, but this is what you would see as far as indicators. Indicators is just like a added confluence, an added part of TradingView where you can use to have more backed up information on what you're already seeing. I don't use indicators, so I can't really give you more detail about it. Next to that, you have these little 4 dots, or you can say 4 boxes. You click this, you can save your indicator template, whatever indicator you did choose. You can then save it. It will save it as a template, and then it will pop up around here. You click it, and then your indicators will pop up. Next, you have your alert. This allows you to mark off an area on the side, so you can be alerted whenever price is doing a certain thing, and you want to be alarmed. And you want to, have that notification allowing you to say, hey, price has reached, these certain highs, or price has broken through this zone, so on and so forth. Next, you have replay mode. So replay mode, it allows you to go towards recent data. Like, you can go from the past year, the past month, a couple weeks to, back test your strategy, see if your strategy works well enough. Replay mode just allows you to get more in sync with your plan. It's just like a practice mode. Like, it's practice, right? You're on the basketball court, you go to practice to shoot your shot, you shoot your shots, 100 shots. You can go into replay mode, take like 100 of previous trades, right? But I don't recommend replay mode because it really handicaps you as far as the whole feel of trading, because you can go back test a year's worth of data in like 2 minutes, which in reality it's not real, right? We can't go through a whole year's worth of trading in 2 minutes, because now it's taken away from how long it took for this trade to actually develop. It takes away from the actual feel of executing that live position. What are you actually waiting for? What are you looking for? So I don't really recommend using the replay mode unless you are analyzing a previous trade you just took probably a couple days ago, and then you can see what you were doing to help you take this trade, to win this trade, so on and so forth, right? And then right here, you have the undo and you have the redo. So say if I had this tool, right, and I'm drawing stuff like that, and I wanted to take it away, I would click undo. But if I want to bring it back, I would click redo, and then boom, it pops back up. After that, if we just take a look over here, you will see, if I drag, you can drag this around towards the left. Only thing this is, you have your symbols, like we just talked about. You have your different symbols with the indices, stock market, your futures, the Forex pairs, and then crypto. This is what your symbols are. This, where it says last, is the last number price was at. So basically, when we look at last, it's telling you where the pair pushed to. So the last price was around 6,900, last price was around 26,000, so on and so forth. And then this just shows you the change in price and then the percentage change in price. And then right here, this little arrow where it says watch list, you click down. It's the same thing. You can, upload your list, upload a list towards your watch list. You can create a new list where you can delete all these pairs, create a new watch list. You can clear these lists where it would clear all of these pairs. Add different sections, you can rename it, you can make a copy, and you can add on an alert to your list as well. This is this whole thing. I've never used this, so again, next you have, we gotta refresh, hold on y'all. Okay, next you have right here the plus symbol, where again you can add your symbol. If you wanted to add let's say GBP JPY, you type it in, you would click add symbol to your watch list, and if you click it, it will then, you can see right here, add it towards your watch list. You click it, boom, it pops up around here. You then have this advanced view. I've never used this before. This is what it looks like, so I don't recommend clicking it. I've never used it, so I couldn't tell you what it does. Settings list right here. If you take a look, say if you don't want these numbers popping up, right, you go right here to the settings list. You can take change percentage, you can take change off and leave the last price action. The last price, where price was at, what was the last previous number the pair reached. And if you look, it tells you, it just takes away all those things, makes it a little bit more cleaner. Again, this is just allowing us to have that clean workspace. If we're at work, right, and you're in your cubicle, you have your setup in front of you, and your desk is cluttered with all these things, it will become like a headache. It will make you feel a little unorganized, and you don't want that, right? So it's the same thing with the market. This just allows us to clean up our workspace, allow us to have that clean chart where we can then analyze and move on with marking off what we need to mark off with no headache. If we slot this up, this little thing down here, if I slot this up, you can see right here, this is just another area where price will tell you what symbol you're on, the price of that symbol, the percentage change, the price change, and then it has its own little prediction of the market, right? So it has like the prediction of where the market could possibly go. It has your technicals, like what does it look more, what is the market doing more? Is it in a sell? Is it in a buy? So on and so forth. I don't really use it, so again, I'm not too familiar with it. And yeah, that's it right here. If you see this little notebook thing or this bookmark, if you click it, you see how it takes away those symbols. But if I click it again, it brings back up all of those symbols. So this will be your watch list. This alarm, you click it. This is when, if you do set up an alarm, it will pop up around here. Say if I click this and I set an alarm right here, again, it will pop up around here. And then you have your object tree. You have your different layouts where it shows you every last drawing tool that you have on your page. And then all these I've never used, so I'm sorry, couldn't tell you what it is. And yeah, that's it for this section. Right here, this little column with all of these numbers where you can see me moving it. These are just price, right? It's telling me where price is at. So if I take a look, you see at 152, I can say, well, USD JPY right now it's sitting at $152. If it is dollars, or you can say 152,000, it's just your price. It's telling you the price where the pair is sitting. And then down here at the bottom, you see 2026, 6, 16, 20. These are just the months and the dates within the market. It's telling you, hey, if you look at it, we're at January 28th. It's on a Wednesday in 2026. And then right here as well, you can see this is our time zone at the bottom right of my screen. This is just the time zone telling you the time of day it is, right? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So If we go over here and we look towards the left, we have all these different symbols. I know it can be crazy. I know it can give you a headache, but keep in mind, everything that TradingView is providing us with, we're not using every single thing. We're probably only using 10% of what we are given based off of us just sticking with a clean chart. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, so you only use 10% of what is given. So the first thing right here, you click this arrow. These are the different cursors that it gives you. You can see it has the dot, where now I have a dot as my cursor. Then I can use an arrow where it will stay as an arrow. I use it as the demonstration where it now has this little circle. I don't know if y'all can, oh yeah, I see it. Never used it, never will. You then have your little magic wand where you can use, but again, I don't use it. And then you have the eraser. I always use the dot, and if you want to favorite that, you would just click, hold on, y'all, we got to refresh. This is a good reason too, where you should, get a subscription. I know they have a cheap subscription list, or even I think they have a free. I couldn't tell you. Again, you have to do your own research. I know I pay around $14 per month, where I'm able to have multiple alarms. I can create my own watch list and section them off and so on and so forth. It's a lot of cool things it allows you to do if you just pay for that subscription, so I do recommend. So hold on, let me refresh. So again, we was around here. These are the different tools where we would use to analyze the market. Second one down, we don't use everything. I'm just going to start favoring the only things that I use. So right here, we was on a cursor. You can click the star. You can see where it then pops up around here, allowing this to be your quick access toolbar. Next, I only use the trend line. I only use the horizontal line, and then everything else I don't use. Next, you have the list of your Fibonacci's and stuff like that. I don't use Fibonacci, so I couldn't tell you what it is. You have different patterns in the market. Again, I don't use it, so I couldn't tell you what it is. Next, you then have your projection, right? You have your long position and short position. These two you will favorite. A long is basically a buy. I'm looking to take price long. And then a short is a sell. I'm looking to take price short. So if I click long, we click right here, you can obviously see basically the red being down here is my stop loss area, and then up here is my take profit area. And then if I click my short position, it's vice versa, right? I have my red being my stop loss area, and then down here being my take profit area. So if I'm in for a long position or buys, I would click long position and place my long position like so. But if I'm looking for shorts, I would click a short position, aka sales, and I would click that like so, looking to sell the market. And then next, you have your different brush tools. I don't use any of the brushes. You can use the rectangle. That's the only thing I would use. That's how we find our support, resistance, area of interest. All that will make sense in a different video. But yeah, you have your rectangle, and then you have your pathfinder. This allows us, again, to draw out the structure of the market. And then after that, yeah, I don't use anything else, so it would make no sense for me to break those things down. Yeah, but that's TradingView. That's the gist of TradingView. All right, y'all. So I have to remove my face real fast. I forgot my face where my camera was set up. It's blocking everything, so let me take that away. Right here is what I was talking about, where you have your watch list. It takes away and then it adds all your pairs. You have your alert list where it shows you that alert. You have your different layouts where it shows you every last drawing tool that you have on your page. Besides that, if you click right here on the drop down list, you will see that it has the alerts, it has the copy, rename, add section, clear list, create a new list. This is just a quick access tool where you can clear your whole entire watch list. You can create a new watch list. You can upload this list. You can add different sections like I have right here, not ready yet. I have waiting on the daily, counter trend. Those are different sections. You can rename your watch list, and you can also make a copy of it as well if you want to. Right here, your plus symbol is just adding the symbol. Again, if we wanted to type in US, Euro, GBP, you will add your symbol around here. You would click the add to watch list, and it will add it to the pairs to your right. I don't use this, so I couldn't tell you. Next, you have these three little dots. You have those settings where, say right here, you see this number. If I take this away, this is just the last price number. It will delete this and I then have just a cleaner setup. But if you did like that, you can bring it back. Besides that, that's really it on that. Up here, you have the same thing. It has the rename, make a copy, and then download your chart layout. If you click this drop down arrow next to it, I don't use it. The quick search, I don't use it. So you can do as you want with that. You then have your settings bar or settings tool right here. If you click this, this is how you would analyze your this is how you would analyze the market. Oh, well, this is how you can change your appearance of your chart. Like if you wanted don't want a white background, you click black, yellow, orange, red, so on and so forth. You just change what it is you want to change. Right here is the full screen where you can obviously see it then takes up the entire screen where you no longer have the symbols and stuff, but instead it's just strictly price action. And after that, if you wanted to take a screenshot of your chart, you can click this camera. It takes a screenshot. You can then share that to other people, as far as your friends, your community, whatever you wanted to do. If you click trade, these are just showing you the different brokers that allow you to trade on TradingView. I don't recommend it. I don't do it myself. And then after that, you can publish, like we just saw at the beginning of this video, to the community feed if you click publish. So that's it. That's what I needed to add. Continue with the video. Some cool things, some added features that they do have is if you click on an empty space and you right click and you go down here to settings, you can see where it has different colors, right? You can customize the candlesticks if you want. If I wanted my candlestick to be my green candlesticks, if I wanted those to be black, I would click black. If I wanted my red candlesticks to be yellow, I would click yellow, right? And then you can just customize it how you would like. I have my own customization. Again, I'm gonna show y'all that at the end. Well, after I show you all these things, I'm going to show you what my chart looks like with my subscription and my plan. That way you have an idea of what TradingView provides. After that, you then have your status line where you can have the logo. You look right here in the top left, you see this little logo right here. You can take away that logo. You can add the logo, just it's a little aesthetic. The title, you can see US dollar, Japanese yen. If I take away the title, it takes away the name. But if I add it back, it brings it back. You can add the description. You can have just the ticker, USDJPY, the abbreviated version. If you don't want that, but if you wanted both the abbreviated version and the whole description, you would click this and you can see it pops it up. Open market status, I'm not too worried about it. That's just all these numbers around here. You want to change it, you can. Scales and lines, again, not too worried about it. I don't touch it. Canvas, you can customize the background of your chart so you can see how it's white. If I wanted it to be black, I can make it black. If I want it to be green, gray, just so on and so forth, whatever you're comfortable with, you can. The crosshair, so right here, you can't see the crosshair because it's blended in, but if I want it to be black and I go, if I wanted it to be black and I'm trying to see, why is it not popping up? Now you can see the little lines. You can see my cursor is black. Say if I wanted it to be red, you see how it's red. If I wanted it to be purple, you see how it's purple. And then let's just do one more color so you can see the difference. You can see that blue. Boom. You just customize it the way you want. Watermark, text size. So the text, again, is the numbers right here and then your months down here. If you want those to be bigger, you just go right here. You click 18. Let's refresh. Like I was saying, you'll go right here, you can click 18 and you see how it makes the numbers bigger. That way you can see it a little bit more. If you want it smaller, you can click 10, it makes it smaller. Lines is going to be the border of these prices and of the months. So right now we can't see it, but if we bring it all the way in, you see how now we have the line on the chart separating the two, giving us more of a cleaner setup. You can do that if you want. If you don't, you can take it off. And then trading, I don't really worry about. Alerts, I don't worry about. Events, I don't worry about. But right now, I'm going to sign into my own account, and then I can show y'all what it looks like when you have like a subscription, the features that you can have, and so on and so forth. So hold on. All right, so now I'm signed into my account. You can see I have my candlesticks set up like so. I then have all my pairs sectioned off. I have the pairs that I'm not looking at, the pairs that I'm waiting on the daily time frame, counter trend setups, so on and so forth. This is what paying for that subscription allows you to do. You can section them off how you want. I then have my indices that I do look at, NAS 100, US 30, again, just different pairs that I'm able to analyze on TradingView. I have all the crypto pairs that I look at as well and I analyze. I then have the Bitcoin, Algo, Doge, all these things where you can set up with quick access if you do pay for that subscription. And then the alert section, you can see right here, I have an alert on EuroCAD. If I click it, it takes me to that pair, and then you can see the alert I have set up as well. A couple other things as well. You can see the different pairs list I have. I have my blue pairs, the red list, the indice pairs, and crypto pairs. All of those, you're able to section it off however you want, which is pretty cool. That's really it. This is TradingView. TradingView is where you analyze the market. You don't execute, but you analyze. Again, telling you, there's certain patterns, certain confluences. Are we going up? Are we going down? What pairs you want to analyze? You have crypto market, stock market, like you all saw at the beginning. This is what all traders use. That's it. I hope y'all enjoy. Let me know what you think.